Welcome to Mindful Awakening. Really glad to be here with you. Hmm. So, I'd actually love to start with a bit of relaxation. Relaxing perhaps into the head and the face. Relaxing around your eyes. And relaxing into your mouth and your jaw. Maybe allowing the mouth to drop open a little bit. And let's relax in a relaxed way. So, we're not pushing, we're not forcing, we're not judging. We're not using huge amounts of effort to relax. Instead, we are relaxing where it's available and allowing lots of space for relaxation to spread, for the body to unwind. And continuing to invite relaxation down into your body, down into your neck and your shoulders, into your arms and your hands. Relaxing down into your torso, remembering that we are not using a huge amount of effort to relax here. We're just offering the invitation and then allowing the body to relax. And for some of you, you're sitting up. And so you're not going to relax perfectly. There's going to be parts of the body that need to be used for sitting. There's going to be muscles that are activated. So softening and relaxing around those areas where the muscles are being used. Then you might find that even if you're sitting upright, even if you're using muscles right now, a deep relaxation can come in. especially when we step back from the idea of how we think relaxation should feel. We continue to relax down into the hips and the seat and the pelvic area. Can we get out of the way a little more and let these parts of the body relax? And continuing to soften down into both of your legs, into your feet. And take a moment here to just enjoy whatever relaxation is present. Enjoying without expectation, without grasping. Just enjoying what's here now. Hmm. And what's it like from this relaxed place, this effortlessly relaxed place, to open the eyes if they're closed and just take a look around your space? And when you feel a kind of effort come in or a kind of tension come in, what's it like to just allow yourself to fall back into that effortless relaxation? Maybe even closing your eyes for a moment and just remembering it's there. That easy, effortless relaxation is there. It might be just a small part of your body that's experiencing it. It might be the whole body. Anything in between or either end of that spectrum is great. So, what's it like to relax in to the body in this effortless way? To remember that that's available as you visually interact with your space. There's a kind of letting go, really just releasing our grip that can happen moment by moment. We can remember moment by moment that some level of this effortless relaxation is available. Even when we're experiencing the world. So right now we're just experiencing, the room we're in. And for some of us, there might be a fair amount of stimuli just in the room that you're in. I have a bookshelf full of books, and there's, some sort of a mental, emotional activity connected to pretty much all of them, right? So that's a stimuli. There's, my dog is sitting next to me. It's a kind of stimuli. There's, a variety of things that I can see, and taking that in visually, and at the same time releasing the need to do, to effort, and instead just relaxing back into the body and receiving the stimuli that's coming in without needing to contract around it, without needing to tighten up around the experience. And after you've taken in some stimuli, maybe go ahead and close the eyes. And you might find it's a lot easier to drop into that effortless relaxation with the eyes closed. For some of you, maybe not. Just playing around a little bit. What is it like to lean into, to remember this effortless relaxation with the eyes closed versus with the eyes open? And you can play around with that for a moment. Just moving back and forth, pendulating between eyes open and eyes closed, while consistently remembering and leaning back into this kind of effortless relaxation. And by that, I mean, we're not trying to relax. We're not forcing anything. We're just allowing relaxation. Relaxation is available. It's present. Even if a lot of our body is tense and tight, even if we're using muscles to sit up, there are areas of the body that are relaxed, all on their own, nothing we need to do. And as we allow for that, oftentimes there'll be more unwinding that happens. There'll be more release that happens. You don't have to do anything. It doesn't have to be, okay, now I'm going to relax. There is relaxation. So this experience we've been having of intentionally relaxing in a really relaxed, effortless way, and then letting go of any effort and just allowing relaxation, just remembering and knowing that relaxation is there. And then we've been opening and closing the eyes, taking in some stimuli, seeing, can we continue to allow this effortless relaxation to be present, and then closing the eyes, noticing how that's different. The whole time we've been doing this, there's been something that has stayed the same, something that hasn't changed. Even as the stimuli changes, even as the relative level of relaxation changes, even as our level of effort versus non-effort changes, even as thoughts arise and we get pulled into them. This entire time, there's been something that hasn't changed, something that has stayed the same. And that is awareness. That is awareness. That is your awareness. You are aware of everything that's arising and passing. What's different from you are concentrated. Some of you may be very concentrated on the experience. Some of you may be very concentrated on this sort of effortless relaxation. You may be very concentrated on this experience of taking in visual stimuli. Some of you may not be concentrated at all. You may find that you're kind of drifting all over the place. But whatever level of concentration is present, awareness is there and not changing. You are aware of all of what's unfolding. And you were aware when you decided to join this meditation. And you were aware a year ago when things were getting really serious and everything was getting locked down, or had been for a while. And you were aware 10 years ago. And you were aware when you were 3. And this awareness, that which everything is arising and passing inside of, everything that our attention is drawn to, or we draw our attention to, has been arising and passing inside of that, as part of that. Being that awareness is kind of like what we were doing earlier. We were just knowing that relaxation was there. We were remembering that relaxation was there. We weren't doing relaxation. Awareness is not something to capture and hold. It's not something we can put through a technique necessarily. It just is. It's the ocean in which waves and tides and fish and all kinds of marine activity is occurring. Awareness is the ocean. Another way to put this is awareness is the screen on which the movie is being projected. And it doesn't care what the movie is, and it doesn't change based on what the movie is. The screen stays the same. And there has never not been awareness. It's timeless. So you might just play with this inquiry of, am I aware? Am I aware? Is there any way for me to be separate from that awareness? And the thoughts that are coming up, the contemplation that's arising, that is also happening inside of awareness. It's all encompassing. No beginning, no end. No fixed location. So your body can feel amazing, your body can feel awful. Your mind can be filled with profound and beautiful thoughts. Your mind can be filled with anxiety and worry. It doesn't matter. Not in this sense. It's all arising and passing inside of awareness as part of the whole. This doesn't mean we don't need to give attention to the human animal, to what's happening in the body and the mind. But can we give that attention with the knowing that awareness holds it all? And that awareness is absolutely 100% okay. No matter what is happening inside of it. Which means you are 100% absolutely okay, no matter what's happening. Because if there is no separation between you and awareness, and if awareness has always been and always will be, you are awareness. You are the screen, you are the ocean. There is no way to separate yourself from it. You are that. And so allowing for a falling back into awareness, not a finding awareness because it's not lost, not a focusing on awareness because it's simply not necessary. It is. You are. So just like that effortless relaxation, we're effortlessly being what we are. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Freedom. And perhaps from here, you might begin to get a glimpse, to get a taste of just how all-encompassing awareness is. If you are awareness, so am I. So is everyone doing this practice with us right now. Everyone doing it now and everyone doing it later. This common denominator that encompasses all of us, all of it, awareness. No separation. You are that. You may have heard the spiritual saying, you are that you seek. You are that which you seek. You are that which you seek. It's coming home and realizing you've always been home. You could never not be home. Again, if you're noticing that you are contracting around experience, that's just fine. But you can remember easily by just tuning into that idea of being the waves and the ripples and the fish and the seaweed and the stones and the sand, or being the ocean. You can remember by tuning into this idea of the screen, which is being projected on, and there's a horror movie and there's a romantic comedy and there's a, sci-fi indie, and there's, previews and ads and interviews. And yet the screen stays the same. And it doesn't care what's playing on it. It doesn't change based on what's playing on it. And it doesn't need to practice. It doesn't need to practice to see itself necessarily, though we do need lots of practice as humans to help us remember. Remembering and remembering. You are not any of this impermanent phenomena that's rising and passing inside of awareness. How could you be? How could you be? If you were, then you would not be here, because the thoughts that you were thinking 5 minutes ago are gone. The sensations that you were feeling an hour ago no longer exist. And yet here you are. Here you are. So let's take a little time now to just fall back into awareness. Nothing to do, no effort to be made. You are aware, it's unmistakable. There is awareness of all that's unfolding. It's unmistakable. Nothing you need to do. That which has always been here and always will be. What is that? There is not a single imprint of experience that is taken in and stuck to awareness. All of experience simply arising and passing inside of this endless ocean, this infinite screen. Home. Okay. So let's now come back to attention and gather attention into something that feels good in experience, to a resource. Could be something that feels good in the body. It could be something pleasant in the mind. It could be something pleasant external. Something anywhere from neutral to wildly pleasurable. And let's rest attention there. So we're zooming in on a scene of a movie or a ripple in the water of the ocean. And we're choosing to focus in on that, to attend to this resource. Knowing that awareness isn't going anywhere. Zooming in, finding resource, landing there, taking a moment to rest with resource. And as you're ready, if your eyes are closed, you can begin to blink them open. Maybe bringing just a little bit of gentle movement into the body. Taking in your environment. And remembering that even now, as we've transitioned out of the meditation, awareness is still here. You are still aware. Thank you so much for practicing this with me, for remembering and for knowing with me.